Hello, and welcome to Fortune Forecast channel for your daily tarot reading and more, where I use the wisdom of tarot to give you a general insight for the day. I invite you to give yourself a few minutes, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and spend some time with me as I interpret today's message. And today is Wednesday. You've made it through the week so far. Very proud of you. And again, I thank you. Thank you again for being here with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Again, today is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022 for daily tarot reading. All right, let's get started. Give the deck a little whirl here. Okay, the first area that we're going to look in is money. What is the vibe about money? Okay, where do we go with this, right? And when it comes to money, it's really about that vibe, our mindset. How's that energy feeling in the collective? This is not a private reading. This is a collective message, and so I'm going to kind of have this broader sense of how that flow is. And if there is anything that resonates particularly for you, look into it a little bit deeper. Go into that quiet space and roll with it. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so in this particular spread that we're seeing here, so when we take a look at the generality of the message that's being offered to us today, what we do see here is that there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of impulsive buying. So be very careful for yourself to not engage in any impulse buying. Sometimes, you get caught up into the moment, whether it's that car, that house, some other of those big ticket items, and you just want to jump in. This is not the day to do that. There's a lot of things going on that at this moment, I mean, even the price of oil is possibly going to get another, upbeat on that. So be very cautious in your financial negotiations, and don't jump in with everything that you've got. This is a message to be a little bit more cautious with that. This is not about speed. This is about slowing down, and possibly even changing your direction. Just because you've got something on contract doesn't mean that until that thing is that ink on that paper is dry, that it's not, it's not set in stone yet. So definitely be very careful with your investments, be very careful with your purchases. And if you need to make a left turn, do that. If you need to make a left turn, go ahead, by all means. Okay, the next message that we have for today, the next message that we have is going to be in the area of relationship, in the area of relationship. What's that collective vibe for us? What is it saying? How do we kind of all flow together in the area of relationship? Okay. Let's go ahead and roll with this. See where we're going. All right. What's the flow? What is today's message? Okay, so we have a little bit of higher intention in here. This is I'm going to kind of split it into two messages. And be very careful if you're in a new relationship, regarding anything that might appear. Sometimes things in the light of day look different in the light of the moon. And you may want to be very careful that the other person is not being totally sincere. And in that insincerity could really be a problem in the future, even though there may be some signs, like with the dog here, we've got some loyalty. We're not sure that, it might turn on you later on. So what is really is just be very cautious, because, you've got this, here, and, you could get bit. You could get bit, and it doesn't feel good when you have someone betraying you. So just kind of be very careful, because some things are illusion. They look good on the outside, but then as you get to know people a little bit deeper, you find out that they're not all that they're not all emotionally invested, that they're not all sincere. So that's kind of a place that you really need to, especially with these budding relationships. You're setting your expectations on something that you can't see completely. So that's really important to look into. You might just kind of, with those with new relationships, you're in that roller coaster ride, and it's all the freshness and all the bewilderment, and just some of the things that you might be putting from your own self into it. With the more stable relationships and seasoned relationships, that's what I want to say. Life has those winding paths, and you may be going through a cycle in the relationship that is requiring that calmness, that's requiring the lowness and the low energy that comes from the moon and the moon within us, that introspection, that we start looking, where are we now in this relationship? It could be a relationship that's 3 years in, 7 years, 10, 20, and be willing to travel through the long haul together, and to be okay with the transformation that comes with that. So you might find yourself there in that, and it's okay to actually sit down and talk about that. Where do we go from here? Where have we been? And what have we learned as we emerge on this new path? So very good message, actually, in general. Cautious for the new relationships, and a time for recap with existing relationships. All right, let's take a look at the area of health. Let's take a look at the area of health. And thank you so much. It's really wonderful to be with you this morning, to share with you, to shine our lights together and bring goodness into the world, and bring hope, and look at areas in our own lives that we can look to be better people, be better for ourselves, be better for our families. How do we do that? We just have to take it one day at a time. And sometimes, we have to take it by just the minutes, right? And as long as we're present in the minutes. Our health. Okay, so this card showing up upside down is really more of that sense of, what is it that is, we've got a little sense here that the health, in the area of health, we're not taking counsel. We're probably going to, not be rushed into so much focus on, trying to get out there and just get things done for the family, work and all that we may be neglecting, any advice that we may have received from our doctors or from our physical trainer, or just your own self, your own self, in that aspect that you're putting your priorities in a different place and not focusing on you and taking care of your body, because you're too busy trying to, chase the money that you're not paying attention. You've got to take care of this. It's really important to take care of your family unit. It's important to take care of home. But in that sense, how can you do that if you're not taking care of you? If something happens to you, if you're the particular breadwinner, then, your family, you're not taking care of your family. So look at coming back to you and to your health. And if you have to take a day off just so that you can relax and put yourself together and find a plan for that works for you, you need to do that. You can't chase the money all the time. Can't do that, because then you neglect yourself and then you don't take care of your family. So there you have it. Let's take a look at the area of career. What's going on? What's going on with the general vibe on career? Oh, there it is. Okay, okay. It dropped. It dropped. So how do we do that? I'll pick it up like this. Okay. Good news with career. We've got a new mindset. Wednesday is making us feel good. Doesn't feel like Monday. So we've got new clarity on a lot of things that we were not sure about, but it sure feels good to be able to move through with this and kind of learn new things. So definitely, if this is going to be something that's at your job or career or business, or maybe you've got what's it called, an online thing that you're starting, or maybe you're selling something on eBay, or you've got a little shop that you're starting up, or maybe just something that you're doing locally. And there's a lot of new things that you can experiment with and start on that, and be open to that. Be open to just trying new things, new startups, developing a new plan or a new program, or there's just a lot of newness here. If you are in a young student, this is about new relationships in your education, and definitely for all of us in general, there's definitely some good news coming in the area of anything that's involved with work, with career, with business. Welcome all these new things, these new ideas, because it's going to be a great infusion, and it's almost going to be the spark that you needed to get things started again. So definitely good news on the horizon, and you've got this whole mindset and a lot of support that's coming from a higher power. So receive it, receive it. So there you have it. There you have it. So let's take a look at the universal message for all of us. What is coming to the collective group for all of us? So let's see what that is. And we'll do this one this way. Just a little, pick the one that's on top. Miracles. Miracles. This is such a beautiful card because it really, and you see that it's upside down. So one of the things that is reminding us that we need to believe in miracles. But let me show it to you this way so you can appreciate the beautiful message coming through and how you can see the light coming from above. The miracles are there at our fingertips if we want to acknowledge them. To open up to miracles means that you need to be present. And one of the things that I would recommend, which is something that I do, is I keep a miracle journal. Sometimes you don't realize how all the little things that have to line up to make this day possible, we take that for granted. But when we begin to see these little serendipity things, these little things that line up, these are the little miracles, and we give testimony to them when we acknowledge them, when we actually say, wow, God, you are working in my life, and I am now opening up to accept all the miracles because your providence is here, and I claim it today. So there you have it. So open up to miracles. It's asking you to believe in the miracles of life. Every day there's a miracle happening, and you just have to be willing to accept and open. And the way you do that is acknowledging what are the things that happened today that wasn't in your control, but something greater than you made it happen. I tell you one thing, that there are hundreds of people helping other people, children, lost animals, helping someone, even something as simple as helping bringing them food or helping them with something that they weren't sure of. Those things are miracles. From what place is this kindness coming from? That is a miracle, isn't it? So look at your day today and be willing to see what is happening around you that you weren't a part of, but it happened. And it made way to make it a better place for all of us. Okay. Well, my dear ones, I thank you so much for joining me today for our daily tarot reading. If anything resonates with you, excuse me, leave me a post. Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles? And what happened today or recently that was a miracle in your life? Take a minute. Help me get more people out here on this channel. If you like what you see, please like, comment. Thank you so much for helping me build this channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to Fortune Forecast. Come back tomorrow and let's share some time together.